race for the Champions League is still hot to bloody trot over in Italy with, of course, what are we looking at? 3 spaces still up for bloody grabs. Who's going to take them? We're going to get into it. All of it next. Video today, we're taking a look at Serie A. It is match day number 37, of course, the penultimate match day over in Italy. We already know who the champions are, and I think, no, relegation is still hot to bloody trot down the foot of the table, who, of course, will go down to Serie B. So we'll get to that, or at least get a little bit close to that in a second. Of course, big shout out once again to the VIPs. They are the patrons, and if you're new, where you been, smash your subscribe, boys and girls. The season is coming to a bit of a close here in Italy. Can, of course, the likes of Empoli, Sassuolo do the unthinkable and get out of the drop zone. So let's get into it and have a look at what went on last time around. Of course, here we are. Results coming at you thick and fast. Internazionale, despite winning the title, they haven't taken the foot off the gas. 5-0 winners over Frosinone. I went with the 2-0 win myself. Bologna, what I just read, Bologna's coach Thiago Motta looks set to become Juventus coach next season. Well, that's what the rumour is at the moment. So 2-0 winners for them over Napoli, big win for them. Milan with the 5-1 win over Cagliari, of course, 2-0 winners in my eyes. Lazio put 2 past Empoli, I went with a 1-0 win myself. Genoa, 2-1 winners over Sassuolo, I went with a draw. Verona picked up a loss against Torino, 2-1 win for them on the road. I went the other way. Juventus just a 1-1 draw against Santina. That's what they want to replace there, that mentality. 2-0 winners in my eyes, got it wrong. Atalanta with a big 2-1 win over Roma to put them in command here for a Champions League berth. I went with a 2-2 draw myself. Udinese, a bit of fight in their legs at the moment. 2-0 win over Lecce. I went with a 2-1 win myself. And Fiorentina with a 2-1 win over Monza to put them in a good spot as well in the table. So that's my situation right there. The table, as we see it, looks a little bit like this. Internationally, our top with Milan in second. Looks set to be second with Bologna in third. I think they've actually confirmed a Champions League spot because of the fifth position there. There are 6 points on the grabs, up for grabs here, with Atalanta currently occupying that 5th spot. So the likes of Roma and Lazio still have an outside chance looking in here. Atalanta do have a game in hand as well, so they actually potentially could go third themselves with a little bit of luck going their way. Down the foot though, we know Santina are down. Sassuolo are also in that discussion, heavily much so, with Empoli, Frosinone, Cagliari, Udinese, Hellas Verona, and maybe even as high as Lecce, 1,001. Everything would have to go against them if they are to go down. So it is quite crazy over there in the relegation discussion. Quick look at the Serie A Super Brewski. Vinny Hong picking up a respective 14 points this past week. Jake Hammond up there with 13.5. Russell Frost 13.5 as well, with Maka alongside them as well in the top 4. Barcelona, Isawella, Tayabi also keeping up the heat in the middle of the pack there, of course. What about the overall leaderboard? Costas K, he's okay. With 374 points, 14 points pretty much cleared over Raymond Reddington, with Saki there in third spot. Who's going to catch them at the top of the table? We have got 1 weekend, actually 2 weekends left over in Italy for you to change that up. Can you do it? Get in the comments, get predicting, and of course, we'll see how we get on next time around. But let's, of course, have a look at those next round of games. And again, I'm coming at you with a bit of change of pace. Hopefully, we're going to try and slow it down some. I'm going to start with, of course, Friday, May the 17th, be with you. It's a bit of a ding-dong. It's Fiorentina up against Napoli, that's right, at the Stadio Armento Franchi. Now, these two sides have played 49 times since 1994. We got 16 wins for Fiorentina. We got 21 wins for Napoli, and 12 draws between the two sides. Fiorentina's form at the moment is okay. Just 1 defeat over the last 5. Picking up 58% form for them over the last 6, though. Napoli on the flip side with Francesco Calzona. Not really worked out for them at the moment. They are 9th, but without a win in 5. Competing for Fiorentina to be pushed further up the table. Of course, 8th for Fiorentina, 9th for Napoli. So this one should be a classic coming into this one. Now, the previous match, these two sides did play over in Fiorentina. It was a 0-0 draw back on my birthday a couple of years ago, 2022. It was a 0-0 draw. The reverse fixture in Napoli was a 3-1 win for Fiorentina back in October. They also played each other this campaign in the Super Cup semi-final. Napoli did come on top on that one with a 3-0 win. But the bookies, they are backing Fiorentina for this one, 8 8-5 for the victory, 17-10 is your Napoli, 12-5 is the draw. Again, win to boost your outside chances of a European spot. I'm going to go with a Fiorentina victory. Napoli are not in a good spot at the moment, but next season, with the rumour of Conte coming in, could be another resurgence for the Napoli-based club there. Meanwhile, Lecce up against Atalanta. That's coming at you on Saturday, 18th of May. The Via del Mare, of course. 13th place Lecce up against Atalanta, who are in 5th, and they are looking good right now. Gasparini's team have done an absolutely fantastic job in Europe. They'll be in the final up against Bayer Leverkusen, but focus back now to the domestic game. Played each other 21 times, these two sides, since 1993. Just 5 wins for Lecce, 9 wins for Atalanta, and there's been 7 draws. Lecce, though, 50% form for them over the last 6. Winless in 3 up against the Atalanta side, of course, looking A-OK. Haven't lost in the last 7, picking up 5 wins in the last 6. They're a 92% form for them. They are 5th, and again, with that game in hand, they could potentially go as high as 3rd if everything else goes their way. Lecce all the way down to 13th with 37 points. Now, the last time I played each other over in Lecce, it was a 2-1 win for Lecce back in November 2022. The reverse fixture, a 1-0 win for Atalanta back in December 2023. The bookies, though, go in favour of the visitors here. 7-2 is your Lecce, 27-10 is your Atalanta, 4-3 on is your Atalanta. 27-10 is your draw, 4-3 on is your Atalanta. I am going to go with Atalanta here with a 2-0 win on the road. And again, closing in on top 3. Meanwhile, Torino up against AC Milan, that's right, at the Stadio Olimpico Gran Torino. Played each other 45 times, these two sides, since 1993. Just 5 wins for Torino, 23 wins for Milan, 17 draws, of course. Torino, though, 42% form for them at the moment, and without actually just 1 win in the last 6. That was their most recent game. They are 10th at the moment, 50 points for the campaign. Against the AC Milan side, of course, looking for a new coach as well. Stefano Pioli potentially on his way out. Just 1 win with the last 6 for Milan, 42% form for them at the moment. They do boast a 7-0 win in their history books against this weekend's opposition. However, the last time they played each other over in Torino back in October 2022, it was a 2-1 win for Torino in the division there. Of course, the reverse fixture this campaign, 4-1 win it was for Milan back on the 26th of August, but the odds here 9-5 is your Torino, 8-5 is your Milan, 11-5 is the draw. We are going to go with Milan on the road here, 2-1 win for them, picking the points, keeping, of course, a hold of that runners-up spot. Meanwhile, South Studio against Cagliari, a bit of a ding-dong down the foot. It's actually on Sunday, May the 19th. Be with you. Played each other 19 times in 2013. 4 wins for South Studio, 5 wins for Cagliari, 10 draws, of course. South Studio, though, all the way down to 19th right now, 29 points for the season, picking up 33% form for them at the moment. Just 1 win in the last 6. And against the Cagliari side, also 1 win without in the last 6. In fact, 5 games without a win. They're down into 16th right now, 33 points, of course, for Claudio Ranieri's boys. I thought they were safe, Cagliari, but just 4 points separate these two sides with 2 games remaining. A win for South Studio would really put them in a good position heading into that final day. The last time they played each other in South Studio, it was a 1-0 win for South Studio. That was back in January 2022. That was in the Coppa Italia last season. However, last time they played each other in the league in Cagliari was a 1-1 draw back in January 2021. The reverse fixture in Cagliari, 2-1 win it was for Cagliari back in December 2023. In fact, the away side has not won this game since South Studio beat Cagliari in Cagliari back in September 2017. The odds for this one, 27-20 is your host, 23-10 the draw, 2-1 is your away win. It's a tight one. I'm going to go with a draw, which should be good enough for Cagliari, I think, to at least stay above South Studio in the table, but of course not necessarily save in for yourself from relegation. There are other spots available. Monza up against Frosinone, coming at you over in Monza on the 19th of May. That's a Sunday, Stadio Briatano. 7 times they have played each other since 2019. 4 wins for Monza, 1 win for Frosinone, 2 draws, of course. Monza, 25% form for them right now, winless in 7. They are 12th, 45 points for the campaign. Frosinone, just 1 defeat in the last 6, 50% form for them right now. They are 17th. They're in that sort of outside looking in there. In fact, actually, they're very close to that drop zone. They need wins. Draws ain't going to save you at the moment. 50% form for them at the moment. Last time around, they're over at Monza in the league. It was a 3-2 win back in December 2021. The reverse fixture, of course, back in Frosinone this campaign. 3-2 win it was for Monza as well, who have won, what we're looking at, just lost once against Frosinone over the last 6 occasions. The odds for this one, though, Monza 15-8 for the victory. 27-20 is your Frosinone. 25 is the draw. may keep you up there. You're head up at bottom, but I think Monza might squeak you here with a 2-1 win for them, points in the bag, and Frosinone could be in a bit of trouble into the final day, of course. Udinese up against Empoli coming at you over at the Stadio Friuli, played to the 27 times since 1997, 11 wins for Udinese, 7 wins for Empoli, 9 draws, of course. Udinese now managed by Fabio Carvalho up against Empoli, David Nicola. Udinese unbeaten now in the last 3, 33% form for them over the last 6. They are 15th right now, of course, away from the drop zone. Significantly, I think they're all right now. 33 points for the campaign against Empoli, of course, who were well and truly in it. 18th for the table, 32 points for the season, just 1 win in the last 5. Last time around, though, over at Stadio Friuli, it was a 1-1 draw back in January 2023. The reverse fixture in Empoli was a 0-0 draw back in October. But the odds for this one, 21-20, is Udinese. They are favoured now. 27-10 is Empoli. 23-10 is the draw. I have gone with Udinese for the victory, which of course could put Empoli on the brink, if not confirm their relegation to Serie B. Internazionale against Lazio, which should have been a classic. Of course, it's pretty much a dead rubber at the moment, but Lazio under Igor Tudor doing a fantastic job recently, and they have, of course, got a small matter of European football to decide. Internazionale, of course, coming into this on 75% form for them right now, just 1 defeat in the last 6 up against the Lazio side, unbeaten in the last 6, 92% form for them right now, just showing you that they're in the right hands right now, especially for next season in Serie A. They have played each other 69 times since 1983, 25 wins for Inter, 23 wins for Lazio, 21 draws. Of course, Inter are top, will remain top no matter what, 92 points for the season. Lazio are in 7th with 59 points for the campaign. And the previous match between these two sides, or the last match they played over in Roma, it's actually over in Giuseppe Meazza. In the league, it was a 3-1 win for Inter back in April 2023. The reverse fixture over in Rome was a 2-1 win for Inter as well. They also picked up a 3-0 win for over Lazio in the Super Cup semi-final back in January. So they've actually 3 games winning streak into over Lazio over recent times here. The odds for this one, 20-13 on is your Inter, 4-1 is your Lazio, 29-10 is the draw. I'm going with a big win for Inter here, but looking at that form for Lazio, it could be a closer game than what I've got listed for you right there. Meanwhile, Roma up against Genoa over at Stadio Olimpico, played each other 36 times since 1993. 23 wins for Roma, 8 wins for Genoa, 5 draws. Of course, Roma under Daniel De Rossi hitting a right rough patch right now without a win in the last 6 matches. They're 60 points for the campaign. They need wins if they're going to close in on some European football for next season. Genoa, 67% form for them right now. They, of course, just 1 defeat in the last 6, 11th in the table, 46 points for the season, and they're coming at you in a good bit of form right now. Last time around, over at the Stadio Olimpico, it was a 1-0 win for Roma. That was in the Coppa Italia round of 16 back in January. The last time they played each other in the league, though, in Rome, it was a 0-0 draw back in February 2022. The reverse fixture, 4-1 winning was for Genoa back in September, but the odds here, Roma are favoured, 2-1 on for the victory, 3-1 the draw, 11-2 is, of course, your away win. Roma, for me, getting back to winning ways, maybe making a push for the top 5. We'll see about that. Santina up against Verona, coming out on Monday, the 20th of May. Played each other 21 times, these two sides, 8 wins apiece and 5 draws, of course. Santina are down. They're back down to Serie B without a win, though, in the last 19 matches. 17% form for them over the last 6. Meanwhile, Verona, 42% form for them right now. They're all the way up to 14th. They look like they're safe. 2 wins of the last 6 have done the trick for them over recently. Played matches. 2-1. 2-1 is the last match they played each other over in Santina back in October 2022. The reverse fixture. Of course, Santina picked up a win over Verona back in December this campaign. They actually won 3 of the last 4 between these two sides. But the odds 15-4 is your Santina, Verona 11-8 on. They are favoured here. 11-4 is the draw. Going to go with a 1-0 win for Verona, even though Santina will put up a bit of a fight, but I don't think they're going to get anything out of it. And then we wrap it up. It is the match for Thiago Motta's signature. It is Bologna up against Juventus over at the Renato D'Alia. Played each other 51 times since 1996. 2 wins for Bologna, 37 wins for Juventus, 12 draws between the two sides. Bologna sitting in 3rd right now, 67 points for the season, without a loss in the last 6 matches, 67% form for them right now. Juventus, 42% form for them right now, winless in the last 6, however, drawing 5 of those last 6. They are 4th with 67 points for the campaign as well. Last time around, over at the Renato D'Alia, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2023. 3. The reverse fixture in Turin was a 1-1 draw back in August. This campaign, in fact, 3 of the last 4 have ended up as draws between these two sides. The bookies, though, 29-20 is your Bologna, 21-10 is your Juventus. They are favoured here, the visitors, and 21-10 is the draw. I am going to go with a draw here, which doesn't do anything for the positioning in the table, and it actually probably just strengthens Thiago Motta's salary demands for both Bologna and Juventus moving forward. So there we have it. Those are my penultimate game fixtures for Italy over in Serie A. We'll be back again for the last game of the season very, very soon. This is the table as I see it after these games. Bologna up in 3rd. Cannot be lower than 5th, of course. They will be in the Champions League next season, which is great for them. Atlanta are in the driving seat, game in hand. They could actually push themselves up to 3rd, remember, with a game in hand as well. Going down, it looks like Santina, it looks like Sassuolo, but still have a little bit of hope heading into the final game of the season. Cagliari, though, with just a couple of points clearance as well. It's going to be a spicy last game of the season over in Italy. Join me, smash your like, smash your subscribe. We'll be back, of course, for the conclusion of this year's campaign over in Italy very, very soon.